Hello, this is Vaughn with the Spirit of Health Wellness Center. Now, I have not been on social media a lot, so some of you might know me and have seen me from YouTube videos in the past. Others, you might be brand new to us here at Spirit of Health, and I do plan on getting back on a lot more lately. The Lord's been doing a lot lately with me personally, with us at Spirit of Health. We've had a lot going on. But today I just really wanted to share my heart on chronic illness specifically. And so when I'm saying using the term chronic illness, we can be talking about any diagnosis out there that people are having related to different, autoimmune conditions or bowel conditions, or, we could name 50 different conditions, right? But I really do have a heart and passion for those with chronic illness. I have struggled with my own health issues, as most any healthcare practitioner has. It's usually part of our journey. And I have seen, believe it or not, it blew my mind when I learned that I have seen over 10,000 people in the 12 years I've been doing this at Spirit of Health. And so, yes, I have a heart for people with chronic illness. And no matter what your diagnosis is. And the reason is because I actually believe in the goodness of God. I actually believe that we're designed to be healthy. We're designed to be well. We shouldn't be struggling with the things we're struggling with today. There are reasons why, and there's just so few answers out there. So I love seeing people changed. I love seeing people get better. And part of the challenge is just a lot of people don't have answers. They don't know why they're sick. Maybe they do learn why they're sick, but they don't know how to get well. And so I've loved being a part of thousands of people's health journey and hearing the testimonials of them getting well. Testimonials, I think, are very, very powerful. And I could share so many with you. Won't do that right now, but I think I just wanted to give you a couple of ideas and thoughts on why people are chronically ill, in case this fits you. And again, you've been given some diagnosis so that you know that you could come to us at Spirit of Health for answers, or just knowing that God does have answers for you, that this is not your lot in life and what you're supposed to be struggling or suffering with. So what we mainly focus on, people use different terms. You can call it root cause medicine. That functional medicine term is thrown around a lot. But basically what we're doing is we're helping educate people why they're sick, how to get better, and then empowering them to be able to do that long term. Because our mission statement at Spirit of Health is to declare God's rightful place in medicine through education and empowerment. And we really want to do that. We believe God's the healer, and He's given us everything we need to heal. We just need help. We just need guidance. And so why are people chronically ill? Now, again, you can call it lupus. You can call it MS. You can call it Parkinson's. You can call it cancer. You can call it autoimmune, you can call it colitis, you can call it, right? We can name 100 different things. They're all toxicity conditions. It's all a set of symptoms given a label based off of the symptoms that are manifesting in your body. And that's all it is. And so it's serious. It's a big deal that this is happening in your body. But the reason why, and there's a lot of reasons why, I'm just going to give you a few of them, but the reasons why are infectious disease. It's parasites, it's Lyme, it's mold, it's fungus. It's also, chemical toxins, herbicides, pesticides, glyphosate, heavy metals, radioactive elements. People have uranium. But even beyond that, one of the main reasons people are sick is their bodies are just gummed up, congested. Gallstones, people are losing their gallbladder. pancreas stones, liver stones, kidney stones, lymphatic system congestion, lung congestion, head sinus congestion, mucus built up throughout the body. And you can see a lot of these things in the eye when you do the iridology pictures. So I love doing iridology, so I can see kind of what's going on in people's bodies related to congestion and toxicity, and even showing some of the genetic components. So I thought I'd share maybe a couple of things that the Lord's really put on my heart lately that I think would really speak to a lot of people. And one is I tell people in my consultations all the time, it's not your fault. And that's really important for people to hear, because they think that it's their bad choices, their diet, XYZ thing that they did, which is why they're struggling and why they're suffering. And although we do have to make choices in our life, and the choices can result in consequences of those choices, what we have to understand is if you go all the way back to the beginning of Adam and Eve, you are talking hundreds of generations of sin, of people struggling with sickness and disease, of people doing things that are contrary to God's natural created order that harm and hurt our bodies. So our parents and our grandparents and all the way back, people have been doing things detrimental to human health, and a lot of us are suffering the consequences of it. This is super evident in children that have autism, or children that have even cancer and diabetes. And it's crazy what's even happening to children today. It's not their fault. And to some extent, it's not your fault. Women having miscarriages, it's not necessarily your fault, because this world is bad. It's toxic. It's the food supply. I mean, we all know. I don't have to share all that with you guys. This world is pretty messed up. But I think it's important people understand that, like, the Lord wants to heal. He wants to restore. He wants to deliver. He wants to cleanse. He wants to get you back to a good state of health and undo all of that damage that's been done even through past generations. And I really believe our body is really important to that. Yes, we are body, soul, and spirit. There's emotional component. There's trauma. There's the spiritual aspect. But I have really honed in a lot on focusing on the body and helping cleanse and heal the body, because I really feel like a lot of us are, so to speak, trapped in our own bodies. And it's because of the toxins and poisons, and our body's not working the way we want. Like, why do our brains not work sometimes? And we have brain fog, and our memories aren't working, or we're getting sick all the time, or whatever. So again, there's reasons. So that was on my heart. I just thought I would share some of that. But if you're struggling, if you have chronic illness or chronic fatigue, or again, whatever label you want to put on, I really believe we can help you here. We have a lot of resources available. We do all the lab testing to find out what you really have going on. We have therapies to help people get better faster. We have a sauna, we have ion detox foot bath, we have a Rife machine, we have scar laser therapy, we have a lymph machine, we have an IMRS mat, we do neurofeedback. So I mean, we got a lot going on, and we teach Pilates and other classes. And so, yeah, we just have a lot of tools, a lot of resources, which is why we're a wellness center. We want to be able to offer solutions to people for their health, regardless of their condition. And what's the reality out there? The medical system does not have a lot to offer people with chronic illness. Not a lot of solutions out there. They're not testing the same things we're testing for. And so where are you going to get answers? And even in the natural health community, there's just thousands of options, right? Lots of practitioners, lots of wellness centers out there. So I just really want people to find one that's comfortable for them. And we love being a part of people's journeys. We offer free discovery calls that people can sign up and just do a free call. And and yeah, we just want to continue to help people best we can. So let's see, how much should I go longer? Yeah. Anybody have any questions? Is anybody watching out there? No questions? Okay. Cool. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know, but I'll give you a couple of nuggets just for fun. So I mentioned I've seen over 10,000 people in 12 years. What's the number one thing I've seen affecting the most people and helping the most people? Parasites. Parasites and parasite cleansing, hands down, has been number one over and over and over again. Another thing I've seen helped thousands of, hundreds of people at least, if not thousands of people, would be working really diligently on the liver and doing liver gallbladder flushes and doing coffee enemas and different things that cleanse the liver has been very impactful to a lot of people. I believe mold is certainly a big issue, and what I'd say I'm seeing more and more and more, and I really encourage people to test for it. Like if you're ill and you don't know why, like especially if you would consider it some type of chronic illness, in other words, you've been sick for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, no solutions, doctors don't have answers. We're talking mold, parasites, and or Lyme disease. Those are the big ones. So Lyme, I've been seeing more and more and more, and I really encourage people to test for Lyme. And I don't believe there's a lot of good, accurate lab testing out there for Lyme, but the one we use, we absolutely know is accurate. And so I'm thankful for that. But people really need to test for that because a lot of people are struggling with a myriad of symptoms and have no idea what's going on. And maybe they don't think Lyme's even a thing because they're like, I didn't get by a tick and I didn't get the red bullseye rash. And people even say that to me, and I'm like, it is so far beyond that now. It is mosquitoes and oak mites and rats and cats, and people get scratched by cats and get Bartonella, which is cat scratch fever, and it can pass between humans. And so this Lyme issue's become an epidemic issue. And again, it's not just about ticks and bullseye rashes anymore. So yeah, so the first step is finding out why you're ill. It's not genetics. It's not random. It's not like the doctors say, we don't know. There's no answers out there. There's no cure. Like none of that is true. There are lots of answers out there. It's just you getting the right information, getting the right maybe lab test, and finding out the truth of what's going on in your body. So that's step one. And then step two is learning how to heal. How do you get well? How do you detox? How do you get rid of Lyme or mold or parasites or uranium? I see a lot of people with uranium, which is a radioactive element, which is a big issue. So hope that helps anybody out there who is struggling with chronic illness. We'd love to help you out. Come check out Spirit of Health, spiritofhealthkc.com. Again, free discovery call. There's a question. What's the question? Love it.
Tip for balancing hormones for 40-something-year-olds.
Balancing hormones for a 40-something-year-old. Good question. If you're still having a regular menstrual cycle, or if there is even just an irregularity there, I love the Maca Harmony by NHI, Natural Health International. I like that product. I would consider getting a Dutch test. I mean, if you're in your 40s, a Dutch test is a really good hormone test that checks progesterone, estrogen, testosterone, DHEA, cortisol. It'll let you know if you're estrogen dominant. Are you low in progesterone? Is your liver detoxifying estrogen out properly? Are you methylating properly? It tells you a lot related to your hormones. You actually want to get a good snapshot of what's going on with your hormones. You won't get that through blood work. So I would really encourage you to get a Dutch test. And it might just be you need some progesterone and boop, you're a new person. But there can be different things going on. I think liver function is huge with hormone balancing, especially for somebody in their 40s. So those are the main things I'd look at. I'd look at the Dutch test. I'd look at, are you estrogen dominant? Are you low in progesterone? Do you have some liver issues or some liver congestion? Those are the main things I see affecting women's hormones in their 40s. Another question. All right, let's do it.
Someone that has Epstein-Barr virus antibodies,
Mm-hmm.
doing anything concerning that, and they have a weak stomach, so digestion is hard, and asking about juicing and diet.
Yeah, with Epstein-Barr and stomach issues and all that, I wouldn't go after juicing. I personally, in that situation, I would recommend somebody eat warmed cooked foods, steamed vegetables, lots of soups, maybe a paleo type of a diet where they're doing lots of vegetables, maybe a little bit of whole fruit, some good quality protein, kind of more of a nourishing diet. But in that situation, if you got stomach issues and you know you have EBV, Epstein-Barr, and you have infectious issues going on, you need to get tested. You need what's going on in your blood. You might look at doing a gut zoomer so you can see exactly what's going on in your gut, which is a stool sample. And I love that test because it's like everything gut. And so I would look at doing a couple labs to see what exactly you have going on so you can be treated with the proper things, because that's the challenge a lot today. People are trying to self-diagnose. They're trying to figure out what's going on. They're going to the health food store and, getting a few things to try to help themselves out. But what people really need is they need real answers and then like a comprehensive plan to help them get better. And it's not so easy to just, take an antiviral or something like that. Again, although those things can help, people really need to know kind of what all is going on in their body. You have to treat the whole person, in other words, not just this like one condition. That's the way I would look at it. So, all right. Well, thanks everybody for watching. It was fun. I, again, hope to do this a lot more in the near future. So God bless you. And anything else we can do to help you out here at Spirit of Health, just give us a call.